Hey everybody, today on Henry's HowTos, I'm going to show you how to make a traditional breakfast sausage. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing we're going to do is get one small sweet potato and peel it. And we're just going to grate this on the lower side, just so it's nice and thin. If you prefer, you can use just normal white potatoes. And bring across one brown onion. Now we're only going to use half, so just slice it through the middle. And all we need to do with our onion is very finely chop it. So you should have it looking like that. Almost the same size as your potato. Now just bring across one tomato, slice it through the middle, and we're going to do the same thing and very finely chop the tomato. Now we'll bring across some cheddar cheese slices. I've got about 5 slices here, and all we're going to do with these is we need to very finely chop these as well. Just so they look like that. Now don't worry if they're too big, because once we cook the sausage, they'll just melt, and that's what we want. Now just in a bowl here, I've got 1 kilo of beef mince. Now this isn't lean, it's a 70-30 ratio. And all we need to do is throw all our ingredients into this bowl. Make sure you use a big bowl just so it's easy to work with. And we'll add in a pinch of salt, a couple of cracks of black pepper, 2 whole eggs, and just using your hands, all you want to do is mix this all together so it's well combined. So what you want to do now is put this straight into the fridge so it stays cold. Now in the meantime, I've just put my sausage casings into a bowl of cold water. Now these are hot casings. You just want to let that soak so it washes the salt off. Once it's soaked, we'll run water through it to get rid of all the salt. Once your casings have soaked for about 15 minutes, pour the water out. And all you need to do is find one end of your casing, like so. And just gently you want to open it up, like that. Now we're just going to fill water through here. As you can see, the water's through there. And I just let it fall all the way through. And that's how you wash all the salt out. So I've just attached my sausage stuffer onto my meat grinder. If you don't have one available, you can use a handheld sausage stuffer. If not, you can just form the meat into patties and just fry them. Now in the case of a sausage stuffer, just pour some oil over the stuffing nozzle. Now once again, you want to find the end of your casing, which is just over here. And gently open it up and slide it on your nozzle. Then you just want to push back like that, gently, so it doesn't rip. And as you can see, it's just collecting up here. So we want to do that until it's all on the nozzle. And you want to leave about 1 or 2 centimeters off. Now, don't do any knots on it yet. What we're going to do is stuff the meat in first. That'll create air in the machine. We want the air to come out. We don't want it in the sausage itself. So take your meat out of the fridge, and we're just going to put it straight into the hopper, and then we're simply just going to turn the machine on. And as you can see, the meat is starting to come through, so be very gentle. We don't want it to come all the way out yet. And as you can see, it's coming out here. So at this point, we'll tie a knot, pull back a little to make it easier. And I've just tied a knot there. Push it back again. And you want to push down on your hopper. At the same time, you want to push back on your nozzle just a little, just so it completely stuffs the sausage like that. And we'll just help get any air out. But that's our result. So we just want to continue like that. Let it fall, it's not going to break. Okay, so this is our final result. So I've done 2 normal sized sausages. This one I did long, but what we're gonna do is just spiral it like that. And just get a nice long skewer. And you wanna push it all the way through the centers. Just like that. And we'll just cook that in one piece. And as for these ones, we'll cook it as is. So in the meantime, get your grill hot enough, get a frying pan or in the oven, whatever way you like to cook sausages. Now just into a large frying pan on a high heat, add about 2 tablespoons of oil. And we just want to heat that pan up. Once your oil moves freely around like that, reduce your heat to a low to medium. Now in this case, I'll cook my spiral sausage. So add that straight into the middle. Now we just want to cook this on a very low heat. This will give time for the cheese and everything to melt and it will become really nice. So don't rush it. If you prefer, you can put a lid on it to speed it up, but I'm just going to cook it normally. As you can see, the center's starting to turn a bit brown. That means one side's almost cooked, so we can flip it over and seal this side as well. Just grab about a wooden skewer to make it easier, and just flip it, and there we go. So all I'm going to do now is put a small pan on top, just to keep all the heat in. This will speed up the process, and make sure the inside is completely cooked. So after about 10 minutes on a low heat, just have a check. All you want to do is touch it. It should be nice and firm. If for example the tongs go straight in, it's obviously raw. So just check it all. Once it's nice and firm, turn your heat off. And you just want to let it rest there on the side. That'll just get rid of all the excess fat. And we can remove the skewer. It will still keep its form. And all we're going to do now is slice through it. How perfect does that look? You can already see all the cheese oozing out as well. It's as simple as that. That's how we make a nice breakfast sausage. I hope you like that, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you got any comments or suggestions, just leave them at the bottom, and I'll see you all next time.